I've decided to just bite the bullet and stop playing the game. So I'm going to do /kill to get this started once I get into the server, because I think that's just a good way to start it. Anyways, I decided to start streaming because I am in university now, and I wanted to play games while also feeling like I might actually be being productive, even though realistically speaking, this is not productive in any way, shape, or form. But yes, I did start with a webcam, but then I realized I'm testing stuff, and this is way too much stress to deal with. And also my webcam is just my laptop, so yeah, that was a poor decision on my part. Anyways, I'm back down to 0 viewers, which makes a lot of sense. So I'm basically just gonna talk to myself for like an hour or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. That is a skeleton, and I believe, on hard mode. I'm actually gonna MC stats, right? Okay, that's good. Just playing on Spigot server for the most part that I made for myself on the local host, so that I could enjoy MCMMO, because MCMMO is kind of cool. It just makes Minecraft slightly faster, basically. I also have a waypoints mod because, boy howdy do I don't feel like running from place to place constantly. Yeah, that's pretty much my life story done. Now I'm just going to be frantically looking up and down at the stream account constantly, because one person joined and they probably were very upset that they joined and then had to leave immediately, because I'm a kid of 18 years old in university who has no idea what they're doing. But yeah, it's not too bad, I probably enjoyed. They'll probably be able to have a laugh about it later. And they were also called Positive Panda, so if they were anything but positive, I think that's just not allowed, according to their name at least. But yeah, hopefully, I'm gonna say a lot is what I'm realizing, and I'm not gonna be able to stop that because, as I've just done in the last 3 sentences, I'm physically incapable of speaking like a normal human being, even though I probably am speaking like a normal human being. I'm just trying to be weird and special, but I'm not. Anyways, oh god, I should probably have not decided that this was a good idea, because my ramblings are just everything that normally I say inside my head is just going to start spewing out my mouth, and those are usually not particularly great thoughts to say to random people on the internet. But don't worry, I am also anonymous, so great. In case you're wondering, my Minecraft handle, how do I show you? The nice spins, because my name is boring and I couldn't think of a fun name, so I'm the nice spins. I'd like to say it's original. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think anyone else would have thought of nice and then bins and then added 3 Z's to the end. But I did. I should also probably figure out how to get rid of that sound that it makes every time you level up, because although I'm fine with it, I don't think anyone watching would want to repeatedly hear the level up sound about 100 times a second. Yeah, that was probably a bad move on my part, but what can you do? You're prepared to hear a lot of sounds. I would just like you to know that it's like 100% shittier on my end. This also goes to future me, because I will definitely watch this like 6 times, because I am very pretentious like that. But yes, this is just going to be me basically talking about not personal stuff, obviously, because I don't want to do that from the get-go, even though I'm very good at oversharing. I realize I probably should not say a lot of random stuff on the internet. I'm also concerned because the viewer count has gone back up to 1. If it's Positive Panda again, thank you for sticking with me. If it's not, hello to the person who refuses to talk in the chat and make themselves known. I'm basically just playing an MCMMO Spigot server for myself, because I decided I wanted to play video games, but also feel like I'm being productive. And my way of doing that is biting the bullet and just streaming to the internet of random people. Also be prepared to hear that sound a heck of a lot. There's also a good chance that viewer count is very flawed. Maybe I jump on myself. I sincerely hope that my brother hasn't already found me, but there's a very good chance that he has, because he's an internet sleuth, probably. Or he wrote a program that could detect my voice through all like random audio recordings because we do talk a lot. I would love to find some animals at some point because the chances of me dying are very, very high because I'm very bad at Minecraft, even though I enjoy playing it probably a bit too much. Oh, right. I should probably, if this is a proper stream with me, proper stream person, I should probably explain who I am at some point. My name's going to be Rubo. That's the fake name I decided. One of my friends told me that the best way to make a fake name, or at least according to them, and I don't know how much I trust them, but I trust them enough to have decided that this will be my internet name now. Basically, they said pick your two favorite things and add a number to the end of it. So I picked Ruby, as in the anime Ruby, and then I'm currently watching a lot of Boruto because I watched all of Naruto, and I'm gonna watch the next show because why would I not watch the next show? I invested 700 episodes. I can invest more than that. So I'm Rubo because of Ruby, Boruto, and then 99 because that's just a number I use probably a little bit too frequently. You know what would be smart? Mushroom stew. Hell yeah, we're gonna get the mushroom stew. Oh, I get wood cutting for this. That's pretty neat. I'm still concerned that number is still at 1. I feel like it should have updated back to 0 by now. But I'm just not going to question it. I'm just going to keep talking to myself like a crazy person. And whoever the internet sleuth who has somehow managed to find me is can go about being weird and watching me. I'm still not sure if I'm allowed to swear on Twitch because there was a mature setting that I didn't have to enable, but that appeared, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Also, I'm very much going to die immediately, aren't I? Yeah, probably. In case you're wondering, my very first command was to kill myself. Oh, and also in case you're wondering, I do have cheats enabled because, I enjoyed the game, but I also don't want things to take forever. Like, I enjoy playing the game, but not because of its randomness, but because of, kind of how therapeutic it can be. But yeah, I can't wait until someone hears me talking to myself, because that is going to be great. I do live with one other person. Granted, that's kind of normal for uni life, even though my whole situation is very far from normal. I'm very weird about that. But yeah, I'm just going to keep talking. Yeah. I do plan. I'm currently playing Minecraft because, Minecraft, big game. My friend was like, hey, Minecraft, big game. A lot of people probably will watch it, but also very saturated market. But I figured if I'm doing my first stream, I would want to do it in something that's not too high stakes, and also do it with something from like super beginning stuff, basically. As in, I made this world minutes before I started streaming. Not minutes, maybe like half an hour, because it took me about 4 test streams to even get to the point where I felt comfortable actually trying to stream. Because as it turns out, it's a lot harder than I thought. Who would have thought? My laptop, not as good as I thought it was. But yeah, here we are. I've started to actually try and stream. And I plan on doing this whenever I feel like it, because I'm in uni. And I'm probably not going to be particularly productive if I'm just streaming all the time. So this is, and I've also tried to start doing this like for the last 3 or 4 days, like so it's not exactly high on the it's high on, okay, it's medium on the priority list because I do want to do this because it sounds like just a fun thing to do, play video games while also feeling like it's not a useless thing to do. But I also want to obviously focus on uni because it's important. And if you watch any YouTube videos, and whenever they ask the question, hey, how did you become a streamer? They were like, hey, you gotta do it as a hobby first, and also definitely not make it your main thing because you're not gonna be able to do it as your main thing. I have not got enough will for a bed. I am so about to die. This is not gonna go well for me. This is a questionable decision, just wandering out in the woods. Okay, time to start just digging a hole. Into the depths of hell I shall go and to look for at least one piece of iron so I can make a shield. so that skeletons can't one-shot me anymore, because boy, howdy, these skeletons suck. Not suck as in they're just bad mobs, as in suck as in they're very good at killing you. And I would rather not be dead. I think most people have that preference, as far as I can tell. Oh, I'm also very sorry, because you can probably hear every single mouse click, because this microphone, oh no, not my piece of steak. How could that happen? Yeah, but you can probably hear every single mouse click, and also every time I breathe. For that, I am truly sorry. Can't speak English either. I mean, you're also going to have to deal with that. English, although technically my first language, let's just say I'm not very good at the language. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Streamlabs is broken because either someone accidentally clicked on my name and just figured, hey, this person's just going to ramble for a bit. Might as well just, stay on them. Or it's just not showing me the chat. That is also a viable option. Anyways, back to just playing the game. So this is, I think I've explained this about 6 times, but until my brain stops doing loops, I'm going to have to explain it at least probably like 10 more times. And this server, I made a server, localhost. It's also shared to my friend, but I'm not going to tell you my IP address. I feel like that's a major online security 101. Don't tell people your IP address because, hackers. Even though I think most hackers, if they really wanted to, could probably still find it out. And, that's a concerning thought, but let's not dive into that for a little bit. I'm not going to worry about people trying to kill me yet. Okay, maybe not try to kill me, try to blackmail me. Do I have anything that I don't want people to know? I think everyone does. I should not have blocked it up. That would have been good to just get a water source while I'm down in the cave. Yeah, so it's got MCMMO, I've got a waypoints map, I've got set home. That's pretty cool. The reason for me to have made an MCMMO server was basically my friend lives really far away, and we used to. He had Xbox Game Pass, and we used to play Minecraft using the Windows 10 version. But then eventually it was going to run out, and he didn't feel like renewing it. So he decided he was going to make a server. But then he couldn't figure out port forwarding because the country that we're from has absolutely dog shit maybe not awful internet. The internet's fine, but the web, that web interface for the internet that you have, that was pretty annoying. That's funny, Bones. Okay, all right. Just you wait. I'm gonna make a shield, and then you're gonna be really sorry for having done that to me. That's boots. Okay. All right. Prepare to be extremely sorry. I hope I can find it in my heart to not forget. Okay, he disappeared. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's more concerning. But yeah, it's just got some the spigots, I think. I don't know. But yeah, my friend, he said he was going to make a server. He tried to make a server, couldn't figure it out. And then basically that minute, I was like, okay, I'm curious if I can finally figure it out. And then I Googled it, and then I was able to do it within 5 minutes. And then I basically sat there for 10 minutes. I was very upset at myself because I tried to make, okay, you're back. Oh, you either are not the same person or are very good at calling. Also, yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, so he tried to make it, he can make it. I just tried for a little bit and was finally able to make one after about, let me see, I think I tried to make a server for the first time in year 7. And that was about 6 years ago. So yeah, after 6 years of not being able to do it, I was able to finally figure out the right words to Google and actually make a server. So I was able to do that. We played for a bit. And then once again, my brain was like, hey, I always wanted to make an MCMMO server because MCMMO, when I played it in year 7, was one of my friends who was able to make a server. It was very cool because it just made Minecraft kind of faster, in my opinion, because of, ready your pickaxe or whatever. You need to be level 50 for that. So I decided, hey, let's see if I can just, figure out how to make a Minecraft server. Not a Minecraft, but a Spigot server. And I did a bunch of Googling. It took me half an hour, but I managed it. And then I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then me and my friend played for a little bit, and he was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But he mostly just liked the fact that we were playing on Java Edition because he hasn't played on Java Edition for a really long time properly. But then I was like, why am I going to make pants? Obviously, I'm going to make a chest. But then I decided, But then we moved, no, but then we decided that we were going to wait until, what's it called? We're going to wait until 1.18 before we actually play Minecraft properly together, because, you know, big update, less than, I think, 2 weeks away. I think it releases on the 30th, so it would be kind of weird to start playing it now, like 2 weeks away from that, so we decided we'll just wait. But I'd already made the Spigot server, and I was enjoying it, and then I played for many, many hours by myself. Yeah, so because of that, I decided that if I was going to stream, I'll just stream me starting afresh on an MCMMO server, and this will be like my exclusive stream server. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea in my head, and we'll see how long it remains a good idea, because yeah, I'm not very good at this. The second plan for today, not for today, for in general, just as an update. This is me basically monologuing to myself, because the way I remember to do things is repeatedly telling myself to do said things. Oh, another skeleton, that's great. Oh, he fell in a hole though. Oh, there's also a creeper down there. There was a creeper behind me. I couldn't hear that. Like, I didn't hear a single thing for that, and I'm going to blame the fact that my headphones kind of suppress all noise to, like, an unlawful... Ow. How did you even shoot me to an unlawful degree? Okay, you know, I kind of just want to leave you be, but I got a fancy bow, and I kind of want to... I got the bow! Hell yeah. My luck off the chart. It only took me 30 minutes to figure out how to start streaming, but I was able to get a Skelly Bone to give me his bow immediately. It's only got him breaking one, it's not too good. But it's better than what I had before, which was nothing. So I guess positives, people. Positives. God, look at those. Another reason I wanted to stream was because I've always enjoyed watching people stream. And I figured, hey, I like playing games, but I always feel guilty for the fact that I play games. But if I were to play games and you know, also stream it, it's like I'm kind of being productive, even though in all, like, being realistic about it, this is very not productive. I probably could be studying a little bit more than I am currently, but it is a Friday night. I guess I can say currently in Europe, so glean from that what you will. Slowly but surely, I'm sure you'll be able to hone in my exact address, and I'll be very upset about it, but I mean, what can I do? As long as I just don't say it out loud, I'll say that I at least put in an effort. Yes, this is my first stream, even though the name does say part 5. I don't know if I've already, I mean, if you watch the first 3 parts, no, because the first part was lost to the ether, you'll know that testing things is very difficult. I tried using like the Steam testy thing, but I wanted to actually watch it because numbers mean nothing to me. And after having watched it, I realized quality awful, but watchable, yes. And you know, that's what I strive for. Just, you know, please don't hurt me, creeper. I know you'll, you know, just creeping. He used to be a pig or something, I don't remember. But I would prefer not to die immediately. I would say 0 deaths, but like PewDiePie, but why are you here? I'll, you know, finish that thought at some point. There will be a lot of thoughts that just don't get finished. So be prepared. I'm saying be prepared to like absolutely no one, because no one's actually watching me. But in case I do become super famous, you know, which is, you know, obviously very, like, you know, it's very easy. Definitely not difficult at all. I'm also very enthusiastic about sarcasm. I say it a lot. But yes, I feel like I've completely lost my train of thought. That, congratulations. Congratulations, In. That's the first of many times you will lose your train of thought. Yeah, I was just completely forgot what I was going to say. That creeper really did a number on me. I'm going to blame exclusively just the creeper. I think I said something about 0 deaths, and which is why I don't want to actually start dying to the creepers and stuff. But to start off this world, I did /kill myself. So that kind of defeats the purpose. I'm going to say 0 deaths from now, though, because I don't have a death counter. Ooh, I wonder if I can figure out how to do that. That'd be pretty cool. But yes, I don't have a death counter, so technically speaking, as soon as I turn the server off, there will be no evidence that I have ever died. And then we can go back to me saying I had 0 deaths. Hang on a minute. Shit, there's evidence. Okay, well, I guess there's evidence. Never mind. Yeah, that was short-lived. Well, it's good that I can't start lying immediately. Yeah, it's probably a good thing that. Okay. Anyways, I think I've tried to say this about 6 different times, but I'll finally say it now. I'm playing Minecraft because, did he hit? It's a skeleton. Okay. I'm playing Minecraft because it's a game I've played a lot, and I figured this would be the most comfortable starting point. And also because, a lot of people watch the game, so highest chance of actually someone accidentally tuning in and be like, oh, I accidentally clicked this viewer, but he's talking nonsense. And you know what? I love to listen to people talk nonsense. And then stick around for God knows why. But yeah, so I'm playing Minecraft right now, but at some point, I do plan on playing probably other games. I have Xbox Game Pass for PC for like a month, and it'd be kind of redundant to have it and also not use it. So yeah, I've played Hades a lot. It's a pretty good game, but I've also done like a shit ton of runs. I don't know if I can swear. I don't usually swear when I'm around other people, but I do usually swear when I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. If I get like a Twitch strike, then I'll know if I'm allowed to swear or not. But until then, I'm just gonna let my mouth run wild. Anyways, yes. So Hades, that sounds like a fun game. Not a fun game. I've played a lot of it. I've played many hours. Yeah. So that's probably gonna be a game I stream because I usually just play it by myself. But I figured, hey, I've got Game Pass. I want to play it because stupid like Hypnos, his story arc takes forever. So you just have to basically do runs over and over again until eventually he says, hey, until eventually he says the right things. So until then, I just have to keep playing the game. But I also do enjoy playing the game because I can get through it in like 30 minutes and I usually don't die. And it's also just, fun. I usually listen to like a podcast while I'm doing it. I'm now realizing that if I can barely if I can barely speak while I am. Is that a silverfish? Why is there a silverfish? Ow, he's kicking my ass. Why is there a silverfish? Please just refrain from. Okay, there's more silverfish. Oh, this is great. Yeah, okay, this is going particularly well. Yeah, if I can barely keep track of what I'm saying when I'm playing Minecraft, God knows what will happen when I try to play something like more, I guess, needs more focus the entire time, like Hades, because you're constantly getting hit by a lot of things. But yeah, Hades is a good game. Check it out if you haven't played it already. This is also for all future listeners, of which there will be plentiful, I'm assuming. Big time. Gonna be big time here. I also plan to upload the VODs to YouTube because I found out that you can just, straight up download them from Twitch. So why would I not just upload them to YouTube and have like a nice stored archive? And also this way, I don't have to do any editing. I should probably figure out how to edit because I'm assuming people do not want to listen to someone ramble for, I'm assuming hours at this point. I don't know how long I'm going to play today, probably until I die. Because when I die, I will ultimately rage quit out of existence. But yeah, until then, I'm just going to keep... Okay, yeah, that sounded a lot like a creeper, so yeah. There's also going to be a lot of really weird, I guess, gasps, because I guess when I gasp in my brain, I just have a heart attack, but when I gasp out loud, I make a very weird sound. So double sorry in advance for that. Oh my god, why is my inventory awful? What have I done? What was that sound? Oh, it's zombies. That's always nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave for now because I should probably get some actual food. Because hello, creeper. Didn't I just walk through here? You probably should not have been able to spawn here. It's kind of a weird thing that you got going there. Oh, and another side note, I'm extremely bad at navigation, so I will immediately forget where I've been a lot of the time, unless it's like, and also I'm assuming it will only get worse now that I'm trying to talk. Oh, I didn't leave anything important here. Okay, that's fine. What we will do, because I have commands, and I'm going to set my home here. Cool. Oh, can I set multiple homes? Like, can I set this to be home 2? No. What is this for? Oh, no, that's for teleporting. That's fine. Yes, I need to place down my, okay, thank you. I need to place down my furnace and my crafting table, and I should also just make a chest probably, and this can just be my little base of operations for now. Yeah, okay, let's go. This is probably the worst biome to be in for mobs. But let's go hunting. I've already set my home there, so I should be fine to actually wander around. The best course of action would definitely would be to find a village and just steal all of their wheat. Oh, squids. Ooh, fish. That's always a good option as well. But of course, there's no fish in this particular pond, because why would there be fish in the one place that I happen to be? Technically speaking, this should be the only place there's fish, because the rest of the world has not been properly spawned. As a side note, I think my laptop will be very upset with me the more I stream, because I'm probably doing way too many things for it to be able to handle. Yeah, my fingers, let's just say my fingers are very toasty because, laptop very hot. But what can you do? This is the decision that I've made poorly. Why did I do that as well? But yeah, this is my decision. I've made it. I bit the bullet and decided to just start streaming, so I'm just going to, do that. I also want to play, this is me going back to the conversation I started having with myself about 10 minutes ago, in case you're wondering. I also want to, oh, dogs. Hell yeah. I also want to play Ori again, if you've heard of it, Ori in the Blind Forest, Ori in the Will of the Wisp. I've played them both like twice already, but you, sir, are an awful dog. Sorry about that. But I also want to play it again because I just enjoyed the game a lot, and I figured that's probably a decent game to stream because, I've played it before, and although I will probably constantly be looking at guides regardless of the fact that I've played it before, I think I will enjoy it playing it again, and also I will feel productive playing it again because I've already played it before, so there's no, holds bar. There's a phrase or something, I don't know. So that's another game. I recently was, so I've got this recent game called Unpacking. I might play that, honestly, just because, actually no, I probably shouldn't play that because if I did play that, everyone in the future, thousands of people, whoever actually watched me play, they would get so mad because I do not play it properly. I just play it to basically move all the items out and listen to the nice music. But yeah. What was that? That looked weird. I feel like something just popped up on my screen, but you probably didn't see it, so I'm now a crazy person. Anyways, but yeah, that was a good game. I might play that. Basically, I want to play all the games I have on Game Pass because, I have Game Pass. I was also thinking about maybe playing Forza. I don't know how to pronounce words, in case you were also wondering. But Forza because, Forza 5, new hip game. And I also played Forza 4. Horizon, by the way, not the, what's the other one called? Roadstar? No, not Roadstar. Shit, what is it called? Oh, I forgot that. I now have a dog. That was 2 minutes ago, and I already forgot. Why am I blanking? There's Horizon series, but there's also the other one that has like 7 games. My friend is rolling in his not grave because he's still alive, but he's very upset with me because he likes those games. Also, my brother's probably upset with me because he also likes the Forza games. But yes, I will maybe play Forza. All of that random sentencing to just say that, hey, Forza, option. There's also, I recently played River City Girls. I never watched whatever thing it's based on. I think it's based on a comic because there was comic designs in it. I'm kind of annoyed at the game though because it said it was going away from Game Pass on specifically the 16th. So I had like a boss and a half left. A half because I was already at the boss and didn't have to go through any of the other levels to get like the other stages to get to it. But basically, it was supposed to leave Game Pass specifically on the 16th. So I was at the second to last boss on the what's it called? English. Speak it properly. I was on the second to last boss on the 15th. So I was like, okay, I'll just leave the game for today, and then I'll play like an extra amount the next day, so I could actually finish it. And then when I got to the 17th, it would physically not let me open the game. It just said that there was some issue with it, basically. And then the next day it was gone from Game Pass. So I'm probably never actually going to buy the game because I kind of just played it because it was on Game Pass and it was interesting. But yeah, so that was just upsetting. So I'm not going to play River City Girls, basically. I might play Terraria. Sorry. I forgot that when you talk, throat. Okay, this is an experience. But yeah, I forgot that when you talk, your throat gets dry. So yeah, that was just me drinking water. But yeah, so I probably won't play that game because it annoyed me. Is that a slime? I should make some armor before I try to kill that thing. Pants. That's probably a good start. Zombie, you can please not. Okay, fine. You want these hands? You can have these hands because technically you're having the sword. Maybe I shouldn't call them hands. Boots. Slime, I know you're getting close to me. I know what you're trying to do. Okay, you can jump really fast. Oh, okay, you guys are like peasants. Okay, well, nicely done. Okay. I'm just getting slime because, slime appeared. You got. Oh, is it a full moon then? Good job checking. Oh, God. Hi, Skelly Bones. How are you shooting through yourself is beyond me. Where is it? The moon? Where are you? Like, actually, I can't even tell if it's a full moon or if that slime was just an anomaly. It's not a full moon. I guess slimes can just spawn. I thought they always had to spawn on full moons specifically, but I guess sometimes they just spawn because they feel like it. I mean, that is very kind of the slimes, because, slime's kind of annoying to get early on. Okay, you should probably not pick up your dead friend's carcass, but I mean, actually, I would probably, if I was a zombie, okay, maybe not if I was a zombie, that's a weird way to lead it. If I saw my friend die, I guess I would want, no, if I died and my friend was nearby, I guess I would want him to take my body back because, don't want to leave it on the enemy side. But then again, it's also kind of weird. Is my dog barking at me? Yeah, he is. Yeah, okay, cool. Give me a second because I need to reorient myself because I've immediately forgotten all of my train of thoughts. Because until my brain decides it has a new conversation, I'm talking to myself. I guess most of my conversations are to myself. But yeah, until I think of a new thing to talk about, I'm just going to ramble. You know how they say that in you know how they say, that's not a thing people say. People according to what I've read and listened to and watched and all of that other nonsense and consumed media, apparently, the best way to get someone to talk more about themselves or in an interrogation with the police is to basically say nothing. And I completely understand that because if there is a lull in the conversation, I will be the first one to just start talking nonsense. If we have I have group projects at my uni, and hopefully, I mean, there's a 0.000% chance that this will reach back to people in my uni because whole world. Also, I think I have a pretty generic voice, probably a little high pitched, which is upsetting. But I hear it as a nice normal voice because I'm used to it, so it's fine. Is that another slime? Hell yeah. But yeah, so we have group projects, and I think I'm basically whenever we have group projects, someone has to take the lead. And I hate being the leader in things because, responsibility. But no one else wants to be it. And because of that, I end up just talking and accidentally volunteering as being the main person to trying to organize everyone. And boy howdy, is that always a bad idea because I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. I'm Let's reveal more personal information. I'm 18, so, and I just moved to technically another country, but also a country I've already lived in, which just makes this whole thing complicated. If I was an actual international student, this would be so much more easier, kind of easier because, I would actually feel like an international student. Right now, I feel like both an international student, but also a local. But because I feel both of those things, I feel none of those things. And that is not fun to deal with for the most part because it just makes everything so much more complicated than it needs to be. But yeah. Oh, also, now that I think about it, this is probably just going to become a weird therapy session thing for me as well, where I just talk my throat out. That sounds somewhat inappropriate to say, but yeah, it will probably also be a case of me just talking about random stuff that's affecting me in the day to day. I do have a bow, so I should just keep that on me. Yeah, so I plan to just play today, at least, probably, because it took me long enough to actually figure out how to set this up that I don't think I could switch games even if I wanted to. So yeah, today I'm just going to play Minecraft for maybe an hour. I've already played for 36 minutes. Time flies when you're talking to yourself. But yeah, I'm just planning on playing some Minecraft today. Maybe just do some basic stuff, because Minecraft's fun. And yeah, nothing too serious, hopefully. And then, depending on if I get my uni work done, maybe I'll stream again tomorrow. I don't know. I hear Twitch is all about consistency. So, as long as I'm consistent, I guess maybe something will happen, but very unlikely. I'm also on the fence about if I should even post anywhere that I'm doing this, because obviously I don't want to post to any personal social media, even though I don't use it, and also no one knows. Even though I follow a lot of people and a lot of people follow me, they're all a bunch of people I used to know. So I'm fairly certain they won't even recognize who I am. But yeah. My next thought was just to use my like fake accounts, but not fake accounts because I'm using them as a persona. Oh yeah, Rubo. That's how you pronounce it. I think I've said it already, but I'm gonna say it like 6 times. I believe the thing with because I watch a lot of YouTube, unsurprisingly, and a lot of streams and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure like the main thing with streaming is that you say a thing and then 10 minutes later you say the same thing and just repeatedly say it because there's going to be new people every time. But then sometimes you sprinkle in a bunch of random other stuff. Yeah. So I'm Rubo99, and that will be my name forevermore. Did you just breathe? Yeah, I'm assuming you did. I mean, that's a totally normal thing because you are in fact an animal, or a Okay. Well, I'll just go down into the cave. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So I plan to just stream because I want to play games and have fun. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Maybe not. I mean, I will have fun because video games are usually fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and enjoy this and not think about it too much because God knows I do too much thinking. Even though that sounds pretentious, but it's not in a good way. I just think about things like 10 times before I'm able to do anything, and by the time you actually do the thing, it's kind of too late. Like yeah, just basically planning everything out in your head about 10 times, and then when the thing actually happens, it's obviously completely different because you can't plan for a lot of things. But you still have to do it every time because you think you'll be more prepared and comfortable with the thing. Like basically every night before I go to bed, I plan out what I'm going to do the next day. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and that. Like I'll wake up, I'll study, I'll make breakfast, I'll actually eat something healthy. I'll go to the shops, I'll get groceries because that's the thing I have to deal with now. But then you actually get to the day and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm not doing any of those things, am I? Because I'm not going to be smart about things. But the only way you go to bed the night before is making sure that you at least think you have a plan. But yeah. I mean, I'm getting stuff done, so I should be proud of myself. I have managed to not die in the last 2 months. I've been in a different country away from most of my family. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it with a lot of that stuff. How do streamers talk about things? Like, I'm assuming they just mostly take prompts from the chat, but it doesn't really work when there's no chat to work with, you know? Yeah. I also don't want to be silent at all, because I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of even trying to do this in the first place, because the whole point, I guess it's not the whole point. The whole point is I want to play video games and have fun playing them and not feel as stressed about it. But it would also be nice to actually, for something to come out of this, I guess. I'm thinking way too far into this already. What's most likely is going to happen is I'm going to just do this for maybe a month, and then other stuff will start getting too busy, and I won't actually be able to focus on this, and that will be upsetting. But yeah. Oh, also, I just realized that was basically the exact same thing I did before that, and just swinging the other way, or it went from a positive thing to a negative thing. Yeah, that also happens a lot, so be prepared. I say be prepared like the most, like, yeah, I say be prepared like someone's going to listen to this, but in all likelihood, it's either going to be people I tell about it listening to this, and in which case I probably don't want, that is a lot of skeletons, in which case I probably don't want to be telling people I know that I think like this, but then again, or it will just be random people on the internet, or it will just be me listening to it later because, I need to make sure things are 100% okay. Oh, okay. Is there a skeleton spawner? Because, I would actually be okay with that, as long as there is. You, sir, suck. All right, first death. That's going great. At least that wasn't as scary. Maybe streaming actually has a benefit. It makes me less scared. Because if I wasn't streaming it right now, I would have probably pooped my pants. I don't want to say the other word because of that, because that would have scared me so much. Hi, zombie. This is the way I need to go. Not. Why do you have so much health? Okay, thank you. Which way did I go? I went this way, I think. Sometimes my memory... Nope, never mind. Oh no, this is right. Cool, got my items back. That was actually surprising. I was not expecting to actually get this back anytime soon. But yeah, cool. Well, that's first death, so people tracking that. One legitimate death and the other death I don't count because I /killed myself. The only reason I did that was to have a fresh start, but then again, I also did get hit by zombies before that happened. No one knows that happened, and now people know, obviously, because I said it. But before that was just between me and me. Oh boy, it's gonna be awkward. You, sir, are awful. I need to re-equip my shield. I should also make an iron sword. Oh, a potato. It's nice. At least that zombie had a use. Could have given me his iron sword, though. That would have been nicer. Yes. Okay, back to the game. I don't particularly have a goal for this Minecraft thing. I think I'm just gonna play because I enjoy the progression that I usually get. Mining in Minecraft is just so much fun. Just minus all the, pitfalls, scares from creepers and zombies and all that stuff. It's just such an enjoyable experience, just kind of therapeutic in a sense, which is why I probably do it a lot. I've played so many hundreds of hours of Minecraft, probably, and I'm only 18, so that's probably not a good thing, but it's a thing that's happened. While I'm here, let me make an iron sword, because that would be smart. My philosophy, I guess, when I'm streaming is just going to be say everything that I'm thinking, except mean things, because mean things would probably not do anyone any favors, unless they're mean things to myself, in which case I will say them because I'm used to saying them in my head anyway, so it doesn't feel unnatural. But mean things in the sense that I don't care that I said them. Like mean things that, you know how bullies are like, hey, this thing about you, I hate it. But then you're just like, I don't care what you think. Like that. But then that makes it sound like I'm saying I don't care what I think. There's a lot of weird things about me. I mean, for one, I like a lot of, I mean, I say I like Ruby. I think that's a bit of an understatement. I've consumed so much media around Ruby. I don't know if this is a weird thing to do. Okay, I should probably get rid of this gravel because that's going to kill me, and I know it. All right, I guess I'm not going that way anymore. I probably should go that way, but yeah. In regards to Ruby, favorite series by Rooster Teeth on roosterteeth.com. Really good. I've basically found it like 4 years ago, and I enjoyed it because I already knew Rooster Teeth, and I watched. Okay, stop talking. I don't know if you can actually even hear me over that. I should probably look into maybe turning those sounds off if I want to continue doing this. Yes, Ruby, great show. I really enjoy it. I've watched it for so many years. I think I like it a lot because but I've watched the cast from in other things, and I've also watched it for the last like 4 years, and I've watched it multiple times. I think I've watched the first 7 seasons like 3 times at least at this point, and the last season twice. And that was watching the last season twice, which is season 8, volume 8, I guess. I think they go according to volumes, but same difference. I think at least, but so I've watched that religiously for like the last 4 years, and I recently I found out that fan fiction was a thing, basically. Like people make stories on the internet, just upload them for free, and obviously there's good fan fiction, bad fan fiction, but for the most part, it's not too difficult to find decent fan fiction for Ruby. Especially there's this, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but there's this Migotzoni or something, Mikotzini, I'm butchering his name, and I'm very sorry for that. Maybe I should actually look it up and then say it. But yeah, he or she, I actually don't know. I was under the impression of he, but I'm just basing that off of nothing. So I'm not going to say either. They, that's a good word. They are really good at making stories. They just take the same characters and the benefit of fan fiction is definitely the fact that with books for me, it's kind of hard to envision what the characters look like, what's actually happening in the book. Like I think that's like not the main benefit. I don't know how to phrase this. Basically, like a nice thing about books is that you kind of are able to picture what's happening in your own way, kind of like there's no set rules. Everyone will see something differently. But with fan fiction, especially of a TV show, of an animated show, you already kind of know the characters, like you know their slight mannerisms, you know, because you've seen them and you've read and you've like visually seen that. And also you know their designs because obviously, you know, so when there's fan fiction, just being able to already know what they look like, it kind of makes it a lot easier. And also just knowing the characters just makes it a lot easier to enjoy the book because you're like, I already know these characters. I already know I like their interactions and the concepts behind these worlds. So just reading more into those and basically reading different people's takes on it is amazing. And this person, I'm not going to try and say the name again because I will butcher it, but it begins with an N. This person is just so good at writing for these characters. They've written both in lore, in canon, I guess. Not in canon because canon's the only the show writers decide what canon is, but in universe, I guess, would be the right way to phrase it. But they've written both fan fiction in universe and out of universe, and they're just so good. Like honestly, it also probably helps that my favorite ship is White Rose, which is the ship between the. So Ruby, it's spelled dumb. It's one of the main gripes of not main gripes. It's just one of the fun things about the show is that the show is called Ruby, but then the 4 main characters. The first character is called Ruby Rose, and the show is spelled RwBy, but Ruby Rose is spelled, like a ruby, and that's just all levels of confusing for the beginning. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but when you try and explain the show's concept to someone, it just all falls apart. But yeah, so there's four main characters: Ruby Rose, Vaishni, Blake Boyle-Donna, and Yang Xiaolong. Unsurprisingly, very surprisingly, Ruby Rose, Yang Xiaolong, half sisters. And then these four are basically the main protagonists. I think that's the right word. Like they're the main show people. Like, the show's about them for the most part, but there's also a lot of other people. There's a lot of side characters, but I enjoy most of them, so it's fine. Usually I'm a lot more not therapeutic, systematic about mining caves, but yeah, I guess that's not going to happen when I'm talking. But yes, so my favorite ship is White Rose, which is Ruby Rose and Vaishni. For some reason, I just love that dynamic. It's probably a case of that was the first one I read about, and then I just kept reading more and more, and then I perpetuated the fact that I liked it. But he's very good at writing, and then he's done a bunch of White Rose fan fiction, and it's very enjoyable. Not that anyone's ever going to watch this, but if you ever, I guess future me, if you ever somehow manage to forget how you found these fan fictions, there's an archive of our own and fanfiction.net. I think this person that I can't pronounce the name of, their stories, What Defines Us, and I think Rush is the 30 chapter one. Rush is my favorite, I think, by far. It's basic. If I'm remembering this correctly, this is basically an alternate universe with the same characters. But I've read through it twice, and that's rare for normal books for me. So I think it's safe to say that I enjoyed that one a lot. But yeah, that's why I like RwBo. I watched all of the anime. I guess it's an anime, even though it's in America, but I'm gonna just call it an anime because I think a lot of people consider it an anime. But yeah, I've watched that multiple times. I recently found out that there was a Japanese dub, and I'm 18, so forgive me for pirating. But I looked up more about it and downloaded what I could find about it. I'm very bad at downloading things. Not downloading, Googling to find things. But yeah, I watched that as well recently, and that, have you ever, it was basically rewatching the show, but on a completely different level because it was different, obviously, because they uploaded it in Japan, and Japan is like a 20-minute thing. I'm not sure exactly why it was 20 minutes, but they had to cut parts out, and they only were able to do the first 3 volumes, or I was only able to find the first 3 volumes. But basically rewatching the show, but hearing it in Japanese, and also it was structured differently because most episodes aren't 20 minutes long. So being able to rewatch the shows, it was awesome. It's pretty much the easiest way to explain it, and it also still hit in all the right places, and as in when there was something emotional going on, it still felt very emotional and all that stuff. So yeah, I've watched both the English version and then the first, I guess, season of the Japanese version. I've read all 3 books. Forgive me for, I guess I have to just keep saying this, but forgive me for pirating, but I do not have a lot of other options, and the internet is vast. But yeah, just a lot of, I've just really enjoyed the series. And I've consumed way too much media about it and I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. I can't wait, but I guess I can't wait. University is fun, but I'm looking forward to life after university, obviously, where you can just buy whatever you want, do whatever you want. Granted, obviously, there's going to be jobs. I'm so scared of so much stuff that's about to happen. But that is something I have to deal with now because big adult man. But yeah, I can't wait until I can start buying things for myself. I'm just going to enjoy being able to actually purchase and support things that interest me. That sounds like a fun time in the future, even though it will be stressful. But yeah, good things I mean, I don't agree with this, but there's always the phrase that like good things are difficult to earn or something. I'm watching pretty much everything today. If you can't tell, only slightly nervous doing this because I have no idea what I'm doing, and also no one's watching. But but the fact that someone could be watching is kind of stressful. Oh, emeralds, that's pretty cool. Just another thing that will take up a place in my inventory. Great. But yeah, so that's why I like Ruby. In regards to Boruto, which is the bow part of Rubo, such a bad name, but I'm stuck with it now forevermore. So, hey, Ruby reference. Yeah, so Boruto, basically it's the sequel to Naruto, and I'm assuming most people my age will have at least heard of Naruto because, popular. But yeah, it's like Naruto had 700 episodes, and it was not regrettably because I enjoyed it, but it was the first anime I ever watched, which got me into anime. And this was less than a year ago at this point, so I'm making it sound like I've done this for a while, but really I'm very much a noob at this and very new to it. But I watched 700 episodes of Naruto. I was not going to watch the next season, not the next series of the same show, genre, same series. Yeah, same series. So yeah, and I've consistently, actually no, it's been more than a year since I started watching anime now that I think about it. I was started in like June of last year. Pandemic hit us hard, right? I'm glad I did that. A lot of fun. So much more content, and even though, dubs make it kind of not dubs. I watched Naruto dubbed, but I watched Boruto subbed, so don't kill me, please. But yeah, it's just enjoyable, and I've watched 900 episodes in this universe of Naruto Boruto that it's kind of hard not to just continue watching it at this point because I'm invested. I've also been watching Boruto weekly now because I caught up in December of last year. Maybe sooner than that. It might have been November. I don't actually remember. But yeah, I caught up then, and now it's just weekly watching it every week. So yeah, so that's why my name's Rubo, just Ruby and Boruto mashed together. It's very original. Yeah, that's the origin of that. I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so I'm just going to start talking out of my butt. Ruby, a great show. I think I've made that much clearer. At least I think it's a great show. To each their own, but I've enjoyed it, and it has been a major part of my life for the last 4 years. So I guess at this point, that's a fifth of my life almost, more than. I think it's safe to say that I can enjoy it. I can still enjoy it. But yeah, so that show is made by this parent company, Rooster Teeth. They're great as far as I know. Obviously, not every company, because there's always good people out there, but sometimes there's bad people, and you just kind of have to deal with that. But Rooster Teeth, for the most part, is good, and I enjoy it. And at least I've just considered, because I don't obviously know them, I haven't met them because I've never been to America, and I don't think my parents particularly know that I watch them because they are very adult, and I am very not. And my I guess my parents basically just think I watched Minecraft videos for the past 10 years. And I feel bad about that, but then again, I don't think they would have been okay with me watching what I did watch, even though, realistically speaking, kids my age do watch stuff like that. But I was kind of raised differently from them. I don't know, some weird logic that I give myself to justify my actions sometimes. But yeah, Rooster Teeth, great company. I started watching them so young, which is a horrible idea, really, because they swear a lot. But I just watched them because they played Minecraft. They played Minecraft. They still play it, and I still watch it because I'm a weirdo like that. Oh, I'm not picking any of this up anymore. Yeah, cool. But yeah, so I've watched them for the past 10 years. I've just been a silent viewer because I'm too nervous to actually write comments, because most of my other accounts that I'm not going to share for now are use rather my actual name, and because I never grasped the concept of having an internet name until not until recently. I knew that it was a thing, but I just never did it for some reason. I just decided, hey, I don't care if people know my name, but I probably should have earlier, and I might have been more confident in writing messages because obviously it doesn't actually matter, and as long as I'm positive with them, only positive things could come of them, or neutral, I guess at worst. But yeah, so I've been like watching Rooster Teeth as a whole for so many years. I started with Achievement Hunter, Let's Play channel they have, with their Minecraft videos. They have this thing called the Tower of Pimps. That's important later. So started with that. As a kid, I didn't have headphones. Like this was 10 years ago, pretty much, almost, probably 8 or 9 at this point. I actually don't know when I started watching them. But yeah, like so very many years ago, I watched Rooster Teeth, and then because I didn't have headphones, I would watch it with speakers, and my mom, being smart, realized that they were saying some weird things, very adult things, obviously, and it was probably not the best thing for a 10-year-old at that point to be listening to. So she asked my brother to basically check it. My brother's like 10 years older than me. I have two brothers, both 10 plus years older than me. To check it, and then he was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't watch this right now because it's kind of adult. And that made sense to me. He did at that point say that you can probably watch it, it's fine, as long as you don't start repeating anything they say. And I'm glad, because, yeah, I didn't. Because if I did, I would be in so much more trouble constantly. I think my parents are probably the reason why I don't swear particularly much. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Because I was just worried about that, and also my self-restraint. Ooh, there's pretty deep down if there's this stuff, deep slate. But yes, yeah. So Rooster Teeth, I watched them as a kid. Eventually, my brother was like, "Hey, probably don't watch this yet. You're too young for it." So I didn't. And I just started watching other Minecraft YouTubers. You know, Vicstar, DanCDM, Popular MMOs when he did Minecraft. I don't know what he does anymore. I don't watch most of these people anymore, mostly because they don't really do Minecraft anymore, which makes sense, you know. You've got to change in it. Why is there a cave chicken, and why are you about to die? I can't even pick it up. What do I care about more? Both of them. Yeah, so then I watched all of those people, the Pack, Pizza Hut, for so many years, consistently. But eventually a lot of them started not uploading Minecraft anymore, so at some point, I switched back. Like, the reason I mentioned Tower of Pimps before, which is like the main thing, like that's like the centerpiece in Rooster Teeth's Minecraft series, Achievement Hunter's Minecraft series, sorry. Yeah, that's like the main centerpiece because basically in one of the episodes of Minecraft, Gavin Free, Slow-Mo Guy's Gavin Free. You might know him from YouTube Rewind and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't because, you know, internet, very big place. But yeah, that's where he's from, but he's also an employee at Rooster Teeth, and his main day job, I guess, is technically speaking, is at Rooster Teeth. So he basically just made a tower of 4 gold blocks on not even on Obsidian, I don't think, in the first episode, and called it the Tower of Pimps. And then they used that like over and over again until now it's just a staple in the series. I think they're probably almost at 10 years of playing the game, and they still use it. So I think that pretty much explains how important that was. So I basically one day remembered that I used to watch a Minecraft series with the Tower of Pimps in it, and I googled that, and then I was able to just randomly come across their series again. And then from then on, I just watched them constantly. I started off with Minecraft, and then as the years went by, I would slowly dabble in other pieces of content, which led to the other videos on their Let's Play channel, like the GTA, the Gmod's more recent, but basically I watch every single video that I've slowed down recently because of uni, but I used to just watch literally every single. That's not great. I lost the lapis. That's upsetting. It's not that upsetting, but it's kind of upsetting. I'm doing very badly at explaining myself and my weird tendencies. Granted, I think I'm probably explaining my weird tendencies better by the fact that I'm not able to explain my weird tendencies. Oh, the lapis survived. Nope, that's water. Great. But yeah, so then I dabbled in other parts of them, eventually found out that the slow-mo guy's Gavin was the same person, then I watched those videos all the time. And then I found out that Rooster Teeth was a thing, and then I watched all of those videos all the time. I found not Dead Little Roosters, that's the most recent one. I haven't watched that yet because I don't have first, but once I, do the job thing, I can actually start doing that, which will be nice, actually able to buy things and enjoy paid content and support the people I like to watch constantly. My arm just fell asleep. Oh, okay, maybe I should stretch. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it's a spider. But yeah, so I just watched Rooster Teeth constantly, and then eventually, because I've started watching Rooster Teeth, I found Ruby, and then that's how I came to love the series and the show and all of the lore, and just basically a staple in my everyday life. I think White Rose is obviously my favorite fanfic? My favorite pairing ship. That's what it's called. Use the lingo. It's my favorite ship, so I just read stories about them constantly because it's probably not going to happen in the show. They've kind of hinted at what the actual pairing will be with that, but I won't dabble in that too much. I'm going to just set a waypoint here, I think, and say that this is a cool cave system to explore. Yeah, let me just do that because I am losing my mind trying to mine. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier I've got 2 deaths. I've died twice? No, right, I've only died the once from the creeper, but the first death was me /killing myself. Yes, so I'm going to make a new waypoint here and just say that I English. It is the language that you know how to speak. Explain yourself. Cool cave. There we go. Cool cave. And then I can come back to this later if I want to. Yes. Cool. /home. Hopefully it's the day. Probably won't be. Why would it be day? Why would that be so convenient? But it will be soon. The benefits of cheating. It's not cheating, because I'm doing this on purpose. Yes. I would, what do I want to do? I got some cool stuff, it's good. Got potatoes. I should probably, I don't need to worry about a lot of this stuff. I think the best, I hear sheep. I won't find the sheep. The sheep! Let me. As cool as it would be, I think I'm the only person playing currently. Maybe down the road, if I can figure out a way to make it so my IP address is not public, maybe I'll play with someone else. Oh, you sheep are excellent. Oh yeah, that's another one of the anti-MMO things. Acrobatics. Every time I fall, I feel like I'm being even more productive. Come here, sheepy. Time to die. Now I just feel bad. There was another sheep up there, wasn't there? My next plan. Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Twice. It's twice. I think my plan currently should probably be to figure out a home base. Now, to anyone in the future who may watch this, I know you're going to be upset at me, but I also don't care because I just want to play the game and have fun playing it. So now the question is, do I locate a biome or do I locate a village? What would be the smart thing? I think the only way I can make waypoints is if I visited at least once. So I'm not going to cheat to the extent where I'll teleport to places that I haven't been before, but I am willing to locate biome so that I can just find where I want to go quicker rather than just having to wander around aimlessly. Okay. Let's see. I do not want to click the teleport. Shit. Let's see. Which direction do I need to go for that? -448. This way. 192. That way. Okay. Let's find this village. And that, I guess, can be our home base if it's a good village. What else is there to talk about? I could talk about uni. I go to uni. I'm 18. This is my first year. I moved to a new country. Technically not new because I have lived there before, but I will maybe delve into the details at a later date. I don't think I should dox which country I live in. That is very cool. So quickly. Even though it doesn't particularly matter. But I figure it's probably not a good idea to do it so soon. Oh, if you're wondering, I don't know if you would be wondering. I'm gonna stop addressing myself. I'm gonna stop being unreasonable and repeatedly saying that, oh, no one's gonna be watching this or everyone's gonna be watching this. I'm just gonna act as if at some point there's a chance that someone will listen to this because I am talking, and the whole point of me talking is for someone maybe to listen, I guess. It's kind of the whole design of this streaming thing, I think, is that you talk, someone listens. But yes, at some point there is a chance that someone will watch this, so I'm just gonna stop repeatedly saying that, hopefully. But yes, I go to uni in a country, and I will maybe in a future stream, if I continue to try and stream and basically feel productive playing games, maybe explain a little bit deeper, probably just go into which country I'm in, or maybe even which university I'm going to, but nothing more than that would be a good idea. I mean, I could keep narrowing it down, because if I say first what country I'm in, I mean, okay, I don't even have to say what country I'm in if I say what university I go to, but then if I also say what course I'm taking in that university, I mean, it would just repeatedly get slimmer and slimmer the amount of people I could be, because it would go, my course is 400 people, currently. Oh, found it, nice. So if I keep repeatedly saying things, you could probably figure out exactly who I am doing it that way, which I don't particularly care about, because I don't think I'm gonna be remotely. What's the right way to phrase it? I don't think I'm gonna be remotely, like, nothing special is gonna come out of this for a while, if it does, because there's an incredible amount of luck. I believe that goes into streaming. It's like equal parts being on at the right time, because I'm assuming right now is like noon in America. Cool saddle. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's like noon in America. So I mean, that's technically a good time for me to do stuff, but it's also a Friday, so it's a bad time for me to do stuff. I think the best time would actually be like early in the morning for me, but that's probably not going to happen because I think I mentioned this before, but I do have a roommate, and I am only fine with acting like a crazy person when they're asleep. I don't think I should do this when other people are able to hear me, because I think I wouldn't. Not that I wouldn't be comfortable doing it. I think I would just psych myself out a lot more if I tried to do it when other people could potentially hear. I would also panic immediately because, you have to mute your mic when someone else is talking because they might not be comfortable with this. I would love to. I mean, my friend who I talked about before knows my name. Not knows my name. He's the one who helped me make RwBo. Not that, I mean, it was difficult for me, which is why I needed his help. But he's the one who basically thought up, hey, this would be a good thing to do if you do want to do something like this, or if you just want to have an internet presence at all. It would be good not to use your real name at the start, at least. At the start, I'm adding for myself. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter because, there's all sorts of YouTubers who use their real names, like Jacksepticeye, John McLaughlin. Whose middle name is William, I think, but he, for some reason, is very confused why everyone used that. This is just me talking about that because it's the first thing that popped into my mind. Then there's PewDiePie, Felix Schellberg, we got actually, I don't know, I guess Marcia is now Marcia Schellberg, isn't she? I don't know, I didn't look into that. It's kind of a weird thing to look into. Gavin Free, Michael Jones from Rooster Teeth. So everyone has like their full names eventually on the internet, but I figured I'm a university student. I should probably take this somewhat slowly if I do want to do something like this, if that makes any sense. Which it probably does not, but yes, that is my thought process. I will stick to it until I start getting annoyed that I have to talk in riddles, or until my roommate comes in and says, hey, and says my name. I just said it myself. So, yes, that is a thing that might happen at some point, but probably not. Hopefully, probably not. Probably very soon, but hopefully not soon. I kind of want to keep this going for as long as possible before my brother's going to find out because my name is out there. I mean, he knows as well. Yeah. This is annoying. I would like to go to sleep, please. It is like almost night. You can just let me sleep. I should also figure out how to mute my mic whenever I drink water. That would probably be smart. I'm surprised. I managed to stream for an hour and 15 minutes, and my throat only hurts a lot. I think I do enjoy talking, but I'm just uncomfortable talking. Is this not going to happen? Like, what is wrong? I thought it was turning night. Guess not. Yeah, I do, I think, enjoy talking, but I also don't want to talk too much because, other people also would like to talk, and I'm very bad at talking to other people. Very good at talking to myself. Probably something not crazy person. I think a lot of people talk to themselves. I'm also very good at backtracking because I don't think what I'm about to say before I say it. So then I have to realize that, hey, hang on a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Better backtrack. As I just did of that thing. Ooh, business. Right? Yes, so I will have a lot of ramblings as I try this streaming thing. I'm going to hide in the house. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm going to keep talking the entire time. Ooh, what a fantastic chest. I'm going to keep talking, obviously, but I'm also just going to quickly go to Twitch because I'm kind of curious about the fact that there's still one viewer. And there has been for an hour, and that makes no sense. Because who is watching? I'm curious if that's who is watching. How do I mute myself? Oh no, I've made a mistake. Shit. Okay, I've muted myself. I'm assuming you heard that because I heard that, and that's usually how this thing works. Oh no. Okay. Now the question is, am I the one viewer, or this didn't help at all? Now I don't know if I'm the one viewer or if it's some other person who's still the one viewer. This is the most confusing stuff ever. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that a ghost joined me at some point, and that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, I'm surprised that the number, please stay muted. I'm surprised that the numbers stayed more than 0 this entire time, which is pretty cool. I should probably go to bed at some point because I do have to do university work at some point, but I'm also enjoying myself. So probably just going to be dumb for like another half an hour. I think 2 hours. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes to be fair, but I think 2 hours makes sense for streaming. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my butt. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is the wrong page I'm looking at even. I need to go to Stream Manager? That sounds right. Aha. Can I mute myself? Okay, good. Yeah, Positive Panda followed me. That's nice. Wait a second. Is Positive Panda still here? I don't know why I thought that would, make them talk, but it'd be cool. I'm kind of confused if this is actually a view. I mean, I've had 6 views, so, I will take that as a win, even though probably 3 of those views are me checking right now. Okay, it's night now. It's normal. But this is the one house that doesn't have a bed. Congratulations. Shit. You probably caught that slip up. Good job, Rubo. Well, I had hoped that I would last more than one stream before I accidentally said my name, but here we are. If you didn't, maybe it cut out at the exact moment, because I'm not going to check, and honestly, I don't care for the most part. I'm just still going to consider myself a Rubo in this world. But I also did mess up and say my name out loud, so we lasted an hour and 20 minutes, less than actually. So congratulations, everyone who's tuned in. You know, mostly just me. Congratulations me for messing it up already. Impressive, really. Yeah, okay, I guess my first name is out there. Good thing I don't congratulate myself with both names, because that would just be problematic. And hopefully there is enough of those names in the internet. Because maybe I shouldn't. Okay, it's fine. I've done it. I can't really take it back. That's something I need to accept that, ow, that stuff happens, and I'm just going to have to deal with it now. There's also a good chance that nobody heard. Maybe if I upload a VOD, I can cut that part out. I won't cut it out, probably, because I can't be bothered. It's too much effort to just edit out 1 second. I'm also not going to remember what it was or how it came to be. Okay, I'm just being jittery now. I'm not doing anything cohesive. Let me pick a house and just live in it really quickly. One of these is probably decently sized. What is my coordinates? Yeah, these are the right coordinates. Okay. Sure, this will be my house because it has a lot of storage space. The decision has been made. The council has chosen. Yes. I think I was going to say something important to myself. It's not important in any scheme of things. It was important to me. But I've somehow managed to forget, so that's fine. I'll probably remember in like 30 minutes and then be like, hey, remember 30 minutes ago when I totally said this one thing and then, you know, didn't matter at all. Yeah, this is village. Okay. Hi, villager. I'm just going to take this home, if you don't mind. Oh, you don't? That's great to know. Yes, I will not make another chest. I will pillage another chest because I'm, in fact, a pillager now. And why would I make chests when they're why would I make chests when they're readily available to me? Seems kind of redundant, don't you think? Oh, this is a block that does nothing. Nice. Did they add functionality to it one time? What would do that? 1.8? Who knows? Now, I don't know how I feel about having people just standing in front of my house, even though technically this was your house. But I think it's clear that it's not my house, as is the law with Minecraft that anything the player chooses becomes theirs. Yes, I will keep all of the food on you because I am a hungry boy. All of the food, he says, because he has so much food that he could. Okay, stop speaking. Just give it a rest for like 2 minutes. Yes. Okay, plan. Grab all my stuff. Oh, I should have taken the dog with me. I'm going to have to run back there at some point. Nah. You will be a future thing. Because I can't be asked. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Not perfect. Damn it. Okay. Slash waypoints. I'm going to teleport to the village. No. Yes. Of course it was the Ender Pearl. Why would it not be the Ender Pearl? That's like the universal signal for teleport in Minecraft. You dumbass. Still not sure about this rank thing. Probably find out at some point. Probably would be smart to find out at some point, but I won't because I'm not smart. Yes, this is the efficient way to do this. I need some iron, and I also need some wood. Because, do I have sticks in here? I do not have sticks in here. Do I have sticks now? That is a yes. I would like everyone to know that I've reached the stage where I will just be narrating my actions so that I can actually do things not coherently, cohesively? One of those words is probably right. Just so that I can do things in an order that makes sense to me and actually progress somewhat, because those villages are going to be the death of me, because they sound so loud. Because at some point I need to actually progress if I would like to keep playing this world. I'm if you've played Minecraft, or if you're watching Minecraft, I'm gonna just not assume, but I'm gonna guess you've probably heard of CurseForge and the fact that you can download mods and stuff on that. So I've played way too much Minecraft. If this will explain things to you a little bit better about who I am as a person. Basically, I've played all of Skyblock 3, all of Skyblock 4, all of Stoneblock, all of Stoneblock 2. I think I might not have played Stoneblock 1, but I've just played all of Minecraft repeatedly and like done all the quests and stuff. And then I also made my own quote-unquote mod pack. Technically, it was just a mod pack specifically for me, where I would just add all the mods that I wanted to play. So I added everything that would just make my life slightly easier. Minecraft, fun game, but some of the things are kind of tedious. So in those scenarios, I do not mind modding a little bit to make stuff easier. Like you know how beehives can have up to, I think, 5 bees, but you also can't tell what you can have 3 bees, I think, but you can't tell what level of honey they're at or something. So just downloading like a simple mod that does that, where you can like right click on a hive and see that, hey, this has X amount of honey in it or whatever. Stuff like that. So I downloaded like a whole bunch of those. So I ended up having like 100 mods. But I played that world until I broke it, and I had a squid farm, a guardian farm, a slime farm, a iron golem farm, I think would make more sense because of iron. Yeah, so I played that game to like death, basically, until I eventually downloaded probably one too many things and broke it. So yeah, I've played a little bit too much Minecraft to probably be healthy. I mean, I've done a lot of things in unequal moderation. Like when I started reading fan fiction, I did that for like 90% of the day until I finally mellowed out, and now I only read on the train ride to my uni. For the most part, I mean, on weekends you gotta get your fix in, because I'm not going to uni, but I still want to read books. I'm also actually reading actual books. You've probably not me with my probablys. The internet is very big, and my corner of it is very small, and a lot of the corners I visit are probably very small in comparison. But there's these 2 brothers, Hank and John Green. They're pretty big, actually. They're the vlog brothers on YouTube, and they've been, doing YouTube for like 10 years or something. It might be more than that even together. I mean, Hank Green, and they also have like tons of educational channels like the SciShow, Crash Course, and all that stuff. But they've also written books. Okay, before I say they've written books, I think they're also the people who made VidCon, as far as I can tell. But yeah, they've also made books, and I read a bunch of. I read The Fault in Our Stars like 5 years ago or something. Before I really knew who John Green was, just because it was apparently a good book, and I enjoyed it. But then again, I enjoyed most things. I will enjoy the crappiest of crappiest things because it at some point made me smile during it and gave me like that dopamine rush or whatever. So I was fine with it. I mean, the reason I read fan fiction is because they're basically a story. If you find the right ones, they're basically stories that are designed to make you happy, because there's like all these tags you can do where you're like, okay, I want these 2 characters to be the end relationship, and then you're gonna get that because that's exactly what you search for, and people moderate that stuff. But yeah, so I've read their books as well, because my brother said probably not healthy to only read fan fiction from people on the internet. And my brother, great voice of reason. He is the reason that I'm probably alive and also not panicking 99% of the time, and has been for the last, I'd say, 18 years of my life. And that's saying something because I'm 18 years old, as I've stated 6 times already. But yes, he's pretty great. Don't know what I'd do without him. And if you're listening, brother, I will be sappy because it's hard to be sappy to people's faces, and I'm not looking at anyone currently. So this is great. The freaking flames from the furnace that sound like someone's typing to me, and that is very creepy. But yes, I read John Green's Turtles All the Way Down recently. That was a really good book. Again, take a lot of my good book advice with a grain of salt, because I think most things are, like, for the most part, good. Like, I don't inherently dislike a lot of things because I'm just fine. Like, I'm more of a, if I don't like it, I'll just ignore it. Then if I don't like it, I'll hate on it. But yeah, I read his Turtles All the Way Down book. I plan to read the Anthropocene Reviewed, which he also made a podcast about. In case you wanted to, I guess, dabble in that. Hope this is setting my respawn point. I'm going to suffocate, aren't I? Nope, that's fine. Yes, but I also read, I plan to read this Anthropocene Reviewed at some point. That should be fun. But then I read Hank Green's 2 books. I think he's written more books than that. I think they're fiction, non-fiction, but I read his 2 fiction books. One was An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. The other one was A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. They're basically a prequel sequel. I don't know if that's the right word. I think it's just a book and a sequel. Complete story. Like, as in, you read the first book, then you read the second book, and by now they're both done. Like, that's the series done, and that is my favorite thing, when you find a series that is already done, so that you can watch it all the way through the end, and not have to worry about a thing after the fact. Yes. So I read those. So I do read other books, and I'm currently reading a book called Park and Eleanor. I'm realizing that I'm probably a sap for romance, because I read so much romance stuff. Probably because I don't want to say that. That sounds weird. I'm not going to say that. You can probably fill in the gaps of what I was about to say, but yeah. But yeah, that's probably the genre that I like the most, because I am teenager, and teenager angst is great. Because I have an experience. You son of a gun. How dare you? I'm talking to nobody right now, but I would appreciate you being alone. Actually, no, villager, come back. It's nice to look at someone. Yes, anyways. Yeah, so those books were pretty good. I think the first one was An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. And that book starts off as a book that you're like, hey, this could just be real life. And then at some point it switches like, oh, yeah, no, this is definitely nonfiction. I know, this is definitely fiction. And I have like 7 books downloaded currently on my Kindle, which I also got from my brother. My brother's like the best. I think like half the things I own are because of him. I'm really lucky that he graduated like 10 years ago. 10 years ago? No, 8 years ago? I think 8, no, maybe 7. I don't know how many years ago he graduated. He's old. He's not going to appreciate me saying that, but I will say it regardless, because he will always be old to me until I'm less. No, I'm already less than half his age. No, more than half his age. Ah, shit. Maybe I'm the old one. But anyways, yes, I read books. I do that too. I also watch too many TV shows. Also, I'm realizing that if said brother does watch me do this stupid stuff that I'm trying to do, I'm basically just admitting all my the things that I'm doing wrong, and that will be so many stern talkings to you later. You have no idea. But I can't help it because I'm rambling, and it's nice to just talk out loud, I guess. I have made more chests for no reason, so I can feel productive. Oh, hey, guess what? Another cheaty thing I'm going to do, set world spawn. Just so that this is close. Just so that even if I turn the server off, these are still furnacing, basically. My current plan, I think, was to just chop down all the trees in the vicinity. So, yes, I will start doing that as I continue to talk about nonsense. Yes, what else was there to say? Books are good. Read books. They're fun to read. It's a good way to use your time not watching YouTube. But also then watch YouTube, because that's what I do. Not actual life advice. A lot of the things I do are very wrong, and I'm also 18, so I have like 20... I'm going to say this ambitiously. I'm hopefully only 20% of my life way through, but that is very ambitious. But in the future, people keep knocking, and it is scary. I'm looking forward to becoming a robot at some point. I think maybe in 20 years, not 20 years, hopefully before I die. This is already a morbid thought. They'll have figured out a way to, black mirror you into computers and like keep your consciousness alive. Store your consciousness digitally. Black Mirror has a great concept. I think it was called Saint Something, where basically the episode was about that very concept of uploading your brain into a computer network, and when you're about to die, basically. Like that's always a fun thought. I think a lot of people would not want to be immortal, but I think I haven't been independent. I'm going to use that word instead. I don't think I've been independent long enough to really understand a lot of this stuff, but I think it would be nice to be able to keep living for a really long time, even after my expiry date. It sounds like a fun time because, there's so much stuff to do, There's so much Ruby fan fiction, you just got to read it all. And if I'm a computer, I think I could probably read a little bit faster than I do right now. Yeah. So, this is a mistake of a tree. I might just grab some flint and steel. If the stream's lagging right now, boy, do you want to not look at it when I start burning the trees down. I'll try not to do that yet because, this house is nearby, but at some point, that tree, I'm not going to bother trying to climb it. Its days are numbered. Yes. Okay. What else is there to talk about? I'm already at like an hour and 40 minutes. I think 20 more minutes, and then I've reached my 2-hour quota that there is another bastard is the wrong word. Another poopy tree. I think when I don't have a filter, it's probably a bad thing. That's another reason I don't like swearing in front of people, because if I start normalizing it, I will just do it constantly, and that is bad, because if you do it in place, you're probably... No, I think I'm at a stage where it doesn't matter if I do it in places that... it doesn't affect anything if I do it, but there's obviously places that you shouldn't swear in front of people, like in professional places, I guess. I mean, then again, Rooster Teeth, very professional. I guess they're technically professional because they make money doing it, but they swear all the time. So I'm not. Why? This stick, infinite stick. I'm assuming it's somewhere up there. Yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to swear too much because then I will start swearing in front of other people. I had that in year 6, I think, where my friends at the time, we said words like crap and all that stuff. I tried my best not to say words like that, but then once you have friends and you just talk to each other a lot, you kind of pick up their mannerisms. That's probably not the right. Their verbiage. Yeah, and I started saying those words, but then I clearly struggle with turning it off at other points. So I said it in front of a teacher, and then that was the first time I got a harsh. I was not a very good student, because that makes it sound like I was good at school. I was a very bland student. I think that was the easiest way to say it. I was just average. I mean, I was average. Let's just stay average and leave it at that for now. Maybe in the future there will be more embarrassing stories, and then I will forget which embarrassing stories I tell, and then you will hear the same embarrassing stories about 10 different times. But yes, I said it in front of a teacher. Then because of that, I think after that I decided, hey, if I'm gonna say something in normal everyday use, it needs to be something that I'm comfortable saying in front of anyone, which is why I try my best not to swear. I do swear in my head a lot now. So that's why I'm fine with swearing now, because I'm just imagining this as talking to myself for an extended period of time, and also out loud, but also without the guilt. Yes, that's a lot of zombies. I am so far away from the village that the whole point of this was to mine out all the trees in the village, and then I immediately ran away. Yes. Hence, that is my TED Talk, and why I will try not to swear too much, but I will probably end up swearing too much. Thank you for coming. That was a part of the house. Okay. Oh, my axe. Other things to talk about. Let's see. That is a tree that will probably not disappear now that I think about it. I need to make a hoe so I can break the leaves quickly. I guess I can do it with shears. That'd be smart. But yes, that would be a smart thing for me to try and not do too much of, so that I don't start talking in front of people in the same way I would talk in front of myself. Because I don't think anyone wants to listen to the way I talk. That's probably not the right way to phrase it. It's a freaking jack-o'-lantern? That's crazy, but it's also annoying because it's not a separate item in my inventory. Yeah. Cool. I need to drink some more water because my throat is dying. But yes, this is so far. I think this has gone pretty well. There's also a very good chance that none of this has worked this entire time, and I've just been talking to myself while playing a game that I enjoy. But on the off chance that it's worked this entire time, I would say that this has gone a solid B+. Even though that's, I guess, technically the grading system that I use, but we use stars. Another little tidbit of information that can slowly track down where I live. Granted, that was in a different country. But yes, another tidbit. Soon you will know my exact IP address. I mean, you could probably get that if I mess up somewhere in, this Minecraft regard, because this is technically hosted to the internet. And that would probably not be a great thing, even though I don't. I mean, what would be the downside? No, it would just be I'd lose my internet. No, I wouldn't lose my internet. I'd lose personal information, and the personal information now does include money, because I am now a person who has to deal with money, like every other person in the world. This is a new development for me. I'm always worried. But then again, I also do very dumb purchases. This is why I brought up the Hank Green, John Green. Basically, they have this thing called the Awesome Socks Club. And basically, you support independent artists, you support impoverished communities, and you also get socks, because all the profit goes to those organizations, right? But they're just the ones making it. And you also support independent artists. I think I already said this. If I didn't, let me say it again. Because they're the ones who design the designs on the socks. That's pretty cool. And I basically just was like, yeah, sure, I want a sock subscription. I don't have many socks, and I would like socks. So, yeah. Although I now have to deal with money, I'm probably not dealing with it in the best way. I do have free travel, though, so I think that cancels each other out. So, at least that's my take on it. I'm supporting charity. I'm just gonna say I've only had to deal with money for 2 months, and I'm already supporting charity. I'm such a great person. That is sarcastic, in case you can tell. Yes, we have. It is so late in the day. I thought it was about to be sleepy times, but I guess not. Yeah. I was supposed to make a hoe so I could get rid of the leaves. Yes. Stick. Pumpkins? That's not what I wanted. I apologize to all the people who are affected by stuff that's not orderly. I have that to a small extent. My mom has that to a super extent, so I understand it a little bit. But then again, I'm not going to do anything to solve it because it's kind of tedious right now. Because I know this is a temporary situation, my chest organization. At some point, I should figure out if there's a mod that lets me do that sort inventory feature, because those are always so handy. Alright, that will be my next plan, to add a spigot mod. I don't know what they're called. No one will tell me. I'll find out at some point if I feel like Googling it. But yes, I apologize for my unneatness, because it will be a running feature if I continue playing in this Minecraft world. Okay, the fact that my thing still says 1 viewer, I'm just going to assume that someone just left it on and went about their business. It was probably Positive Panda, because they did join during, I think, test stream number 4. And they probably just forgot to log off. I mean, I appreciate it. I feel like I've actually been talking to someone this entire time, which is better than not talking to someone the entire time, I guess. But then again, what I want, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I'm just here for fun. This is just a fun idea that I had like 2 months ago that was basically, I'm no longer going to be living at my parents' house. I could do whatever I want. So, I've always wanted to try and stream, but I made like a YouTube channel when I was like 12 years old and tried to upload like Rayman Origins guides on it. Unsurprisingly, that didn't go anywhere because I only did the speed runs and no one cares about that. But yes, at some point, I had this ambition, and I figured if I'm not living at home, I could actually do that. So this is the culmination of that. This is the culmination of 2 months of thinking really hard, and then finally deciding, hey, let me actually figure out how to do this, and then finally deciding, hey, let me actually do this. I downloaded Steam like multiple weeks ago at this point, which is what I'm using to actually do this because I have no idea what I'm doing at the but it took me this long to actually press the stream button. Granted, yeah, I have very little clue what I'm doing most of the time. But to, the future, I hope to keep doing this. Even if it doesn't lead anywhere, maybe I'll make my people talking skills better. So realistically, it will make them very, very worse because I will get used to talking for long periods of time and not letting other people talk because there is no one else to talk. This is a bad idea. Why am I doing this? Well, it's too late now. The decision has already been made. I've already bit the bullet. Is it bit the bullet? I think it's bit the bullet. Shot the bullet? Nah, shot the bullet sounds wrong. I've already done something with a bullet. I think it is bit the bullet. So I kind of just have to continue this now, I think. I think that's just the general rule, that once you do something once, there's no going back now. I'm on the internet. Granted, no one will know that I'm on the internet, but I am on the internet. And hopefully no one actually paid attention when I said my name. Because I am RwBo, and that is my only name. I'm like Zendaya. I only have one name, and that is RwBo. Ignore the 99. The 99 is purely for aesthetics. You guys are just working real hard, aren't you? You two blacksmith villagers. I don't know what I'm doing. I wanted to make a farm, didn't I? Let me do that. I don't have a shovel. Of course I don't. Why would I have a shovel? That's like just one of the important tools that, I would need to make a farm. Do I already have a shovel there? I have a stone shovel. I'm gonna treat myself, Oh, I also watch a lot of the Sidemen. If you don't know them, actually no, I've met a lot of people who don't know them, even though I feel like everyone knows them. So UK YouTube group Sidemen, you can look them up. I watched the Minecraft videos from one Vicstar, so I think that's probably why I know the Sidemen, because I watched the other people, and then at some point they started a group channel, and then I watched that every week. Oh god, this is loud. Let me turn the volume down. Okay, now you get to hear me. Technically, relatively, I'm louder, but I'm still hopefully the same volume. I don't know how this works, actually. If I turn something else on, do I turn up? And turning up is a completely different thing, so I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I doing? I'm just flattening out the land, I think, yeah. Why am I doing this? Because I don't plan on staying here, but I've just decided that this is the right course of action. Yeah, a lot of my Minecrafting is basically, at some point I decide to do something, and then I forget why I decided to do it, but then I'm like, I've already decided, so I have to, go through with it. And that will be the majority of what I'm doing here today. And every day that I stream, I guess, Minecraft. So coherent. I'm so proud of myself for being able to talk like a human. It's great. One of my best features, if you ask me. I guess 11 more minutes? Yeah, I think I'll probably stop at 2 hours. I'm also just talking to myself. I always forget. I'm actually very bad at talking because I don't talk that much outside of just to my. I don't talk that much, but when I do talk, it's hard to shut me up. And I think that's probably not a great thing Because most of the time when people talk, they want a proper conversation that's a two-way street. So I need to get better at that. And like I said before, this is probably not helping. But I've committed to this treatment that I should have decided is a good idea. I can't wait until tomorrow when I wake up at like stupid. Of course, I need to put water down, you idiot. Yes, I can't wait until tomorrow when I wake up and I'm like, hang on a minute, I should probably study. And then streaming becomes my next YouTube anime thing that I just do for 20 hours a day. That would be a bad idea. But it's very possible. If I end up streaming like 20 hours. But then again, I think this will be one of those things where it would be difficult to do that because there is evidence that I'm doing it and there's people who can stop me. Usually when I'm watching anime all day, it's very easy to cover up because I have to do most of my studying on my laptop anyways. These are hot tips for people who don't like this, who should be studying but aren't studying. So don't listen to them because you should really actually study. Yeah, I mean that's what I've been told. I think it sounds accurate. A lot of smart people told me that. So I think it's safe to assume that they know what they're talking about most of the time at least. Oh, I'm also very much a follower. Yeah. I prefer following. It's a lot easier than doing the thing. I'm very bad at coming up with actual original ideas. So I will very much be a follower for most of a lot of things. Hey, if someone wants to stream and needs a plus one, that's a different thing. I also can't find water. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just go to. Okay, hang on. Current thoughts. Come back to me. I need to get water so I can make my farm. So I'm just gonna sleep and then I'm gonna do /home and get the water from the swamp and then /village. Probably not /village, but get back to the village after that. Okay, as it turns out, I'm gonna end up needing more than one water bottle in the future because that was not enough water. /home. There's a thing called /jumping. Nice. Okay. Oh, hi, Doggo. Sorry that I left you here. I'll remember you at some point. That is until I change my home. Can I just teleport using this instead? If I do this, no. What does this do? Oh, it just opens it. No, I mean that's what normal thing does as well. So, I don't know. It's fine. Oh, that's instant. Nice. Okay, I have a water bucket. It would be smart to have gotten two. Now that I think about it, I usually do the thinking after the fact, and that's not a great time to do the thinking because because after the fact is kind of during the main issue. I'll figure it out later. It'll be fine. I'll probably find another water bucket at some point. You can till over that. That is very convenient. I did not want to have to break up that grass. Oh yeah, this will also be an amazing Minecraft guide on how to be a pro Minecrafter. In case you were wondering, because I obviously give up that vibe that I know what I'm doing constantly, but I just want to make sure that everyone else is just clear on that because it's a confusing vibe. I'm also very good at laughing at my own jokes, so expect a lot of dumb laughter. What are you doing, trampling my crop? Oh, I'm also very bad at accents. I mean, very good at accents. I will only try to do non-racist ones, I promise. Then again, no, that's a bad train of thought to go down. Do I have bones? I do have bones. Am I gonna waste my bones? Yep. Well, hopefully, now we will have a somewhat reliable source of food, which is progress in the right direction. Hey, we got 4 lines of potatoes, guys. Gotta do some mushrooms around too. Great color. Alright, that's good. I think that's pretty good for today. I think I'm actually okay with that. I don't think I got as much as I normally would have got done playing while listening to a podcast. Oh, so many podcast recommendations. Oh, let's get them. Face Jam, great podcast. There's one called Bleep Face. The bleep is the F word. What other one? Red Web, Black Box Down. We got what's it called? Dear Hank and John. It's actually one I've been listening to a lot. Off Topic, just the Rooster Teeth podcast. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts as well. I do a lot of things. If I could have, I would have had music on this entire time because I basically never do anything without listening to music as well. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm putting back. It's felt. I haven't noticed it because I've been talking this entire time, but silence is not great. Which is why I think I've probably been able to talk the entire time because I'm just fighting back the silence. Hopefully this won't break anything if I get rid of this tree. It shouldn't break anything. I just kind of don't like it. But yes, I think I'm pretty okay with what happened today. I might stream tomorrow. I haven't decided yet because a lot of things I'm doing are a lot more spontaneous than they used to be. So I will probably decide in the moment and be like, hey, I feel like streaming, and then do streaming. If we end up playing Hades tomorrow, you'll know that I just really wanted to play Hades. So yeah, that should be fun. Hopefully I won't break anything before then. And hopefully this worked. Okay, I'm actually probably going to watch this back at like 3 times speed to make sure that I didn't botch anything, because it is very likely that I messed something up along the way. So I want to make sure that it at least, all things considered, sounded okay. And also I can probably increase the bit rate. I don't know. I'm not actually sure what a lot of the streaming things are. I know a little bit. Like I understand bitrate is like directly proportional to quality, but I also don't know how much my CPU can handle, because when I first started, I was going through the roof. Like I use OBS to record some stuff, but lately OBS has just not been able to record at all. It's stuttery and the audio doesn't work. The only reason I'm remotely, not confident, I guess that's the wrong word, but remotely, I don't do words good. The only reason I'm okay with this is that I actually checked it on the Twitch app to make sure that sometimes you could actually understand what I'm saying. Because, I think that's kind of important when it comes to streams. Oh, great, spooky Minecraft. Oh, boy, am I scared of Minecraft as well. Minecraft horror game. If you go down in caves, it's so scary. Like the music, it's awful. I get scared very easily as well. I'm like, what am I? I have so many. I'm just a mess of contradictions in most parts. Yeah, because I was fine with watching Squid Game, but I also am scared of Minecraft. So I don't think I could play a horror game. Maybe that's something I'll do. I'll just play horror games and scream at it. Maybe I can become a meme. That'd be good. I didn't have a face cam today because I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I decided let's not do that yet, because I'm fine with my voice, and I think what I will probably do is wear a hoodie and a face mask, because face masks, we all have them now, so might as well, and do that. I don't know if that would add anything to me streaming, but I figured I'd add it anyways, because why not, It's an extra feature, and sometimes people like it, because I know I definitely enjoy when people use face cams, because it's something else to look at, and it's nice to see a physical person, because you're like, oh, they exist. You can tell I'm slightly lonely. I'm not adjusting. I've not adjusted. Let's just say that much. I feel both like an outsider and an insider, and that makes everything so confusing. I feel, hell yeah. Did you see that level 12? What was I before? I think it was like level 3 or something. I mean, did you see that? That was awesome. That's a great way to end it, though. Or maybe I'll end it in the hole. Yeah, it sounds good to me. I'll be confused next time, but I'll be in a hole. Cool. Oh yeah, this I can probably edit this and say stream definitely now, and I feel pretty proud of that. So that is stream one in the bag. Thank you if you ever watch this in the future for listening the entire time. I will maybe be back, maybe why I won't be. Who knows? I don't because I haven't decided yet. All right, Rubo out question mark? Okay, this is another thing I will explain now because I'm also very bad at ending conversations. Every time I talk to anyone on the phone, I'm the worst. I will just think of another thing to say and then say it and then not let them leave until they've answered. The only way to solve this is basically to just be like, okay, just end the call before I say anything else. And that usually works because people are, when they need to leave, they need to leave, and that makes sense. But anyways, that's just, reference because that's exactly what's going to happen every time I end the stream. But yes, that was my first stream. Future me, please don't cringe too hard because you probably will. All right. I haven't thought of a way to outro yet, so I'm just gonna say goodbye. I was Rubo. I was Rubo. I am Rubo. That's the name I've decided. So, yeah.